guys, Oblivion here, coming at you with a deck profile on my Ancient Gear deck that I'm going to be making in real life. Now, usually, if you guys have been on the channel a lot, you guys have seen that before I do a deck profile, I usually tend to show some duels to show you the potential of the deck, its pros and its cons. Unfortunately, Devpro is bugged with Ancient Gear Gadget and isn't letting a really strong combo of the deck go through. But regardless, even without that strong combo, I've still managed to win, and I will be showing it to you guys throughout the video, though I'm pretty sure you guys already know what it is. So, without further ado, let's just get straight to the deck profile, alright? So, I'm going to be running two Ancient Gear Reactor Dragons. It's kind of like your boss monster of the deck, even though, well, it's one of the multiple boss monsters that you have in the deck, including extra deck and, you know, all the XYZ potentials that you can possibly make. I am not running Ancient Gear Golem because of its summoning conditions. It cannot be special summoned. I mean, you can special summon it in the deck if you wanted to. I feel like it would just be too cloggy. Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon does the same exact thing, except, you know, it does it even better because you can pop one of your own spell and trap cards or just a spell and trap card on the field in general. And I mean, you can even get its effect, like its tributing of an Ancient Gear monster or its tributing of a Gadget monster. I'll be going over some little combos here and there at the end of the video, but let's just go straight, like, just through the deck profile, right? 3 Ancient Gear Wyvern, it is your rota for the deck. Normal summon it, special summon it, you search out an Ancient Gear card. So that includes spell cards or trap cards. And the only honestly bad thing about it is that you cannot set any cards this turn you activate this effect, which is whatever. This deck thrives on going second anyways, so yeah. So 3 polymerizations, essentially 3 Ancient Gear Hunting Hound. Normal summon it, inflict 600 to your opponent, and then while it's on the field you can polymerization, which is pretty good. I'm running 3 Ancient Gear Gadget. In this build, I run 3. Again, I'm going to be going over some combos that you can possibly do with the deck and that I have pulled off. Unfortunately, not on Devpro because it is bugged, but still, it is a good combo nonetheless. So, Ancient Gear Gadget, basically, when it's normal summoned and special summoned, you can declare one card type, a monster spell, or a trap, and what is it? Yeah, so cannot be activated until the end of the damage step. So, it's pretty fucking good in my opinion. Usually, yeah, I call like monster effects if I'm scared of monster effects, and I just kind of go off from there. So 3 Gear Gadget, Ancient Gear Gadget, 2 Ancient Gear Box. Now people run this at 2. People run this at 1. I run it at 2 because not only is it a level 4, when you search it, you basically get more Ancient Gear cards from your deck to your hand, so you can have more materials. That is the important part, and people tend to forget that it's a level 4. Ancient Gear level 4 machine type monster, so if you dead draw it, you can always special summon it with the gadgets. I'm running 2 silver gadget and 2 gold gadgets, and for the last monster I am running 1 max seer. Like I said, I am a budget player, so I'm trying my best to keep everything in a budget. So most of this deck is already in the structure deck, and yeah, I mean, this deck isn't gonna run you more than 40 bucks. For the spells, 3 Gear Town, strongest strongest spell card in the deck. Field spell, 3 Ancient Gear Catapult, again, super strong. Basically, no control. When you control no monsters, target 1 face-up card you control, destroy it, and special summon 1 Ancient Gear monster from your deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. This is one way of getting Ancient Gear Golem out. I just feel like it's way too situational, and just not really situational in the aspect that, you know, it's just I don't like only being able to summon it 2 ways. And again, I'll be going over some basic combos in the deck around the end of the video. I probably will leave maybe an annotation somewhere if you just want to go straight to the combos. 2 Ancient Gear Fortress. The only reason why I don't run 3 is because it's searchable via Wyvern. Basically, during the turn that Ancient Gear monster is summoned, it cannot be targeted by card effects, and they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So it's pretty good. And your opponent cannot activate cards in responses to their effects, which is awesome. And if it gets destroyed, you can basically special summon 1 Ancient Gear monster from your hand or graveyard. So if you draw a Reactor Dragon or a Ancient Gear Box or something, you can always just special summon it and just go for a play, you know? So it's really not that bad. But still, I would only ever run it at 2 because, again, it's searchable via Wyvern. 3 Terraforming, you want Gear Town. That's basically all there is to it. 1 limiter removal, 1 overload fusion, and 1 power bond. I like this at 1. Some people run it at 2. I don't know. I just like it at 1. And 1 Regeki. Three MSTs. I feel like I tried out Twin Twister in this deck. I feel like you cannot really go minus with Twin Twister. You need all your gadgets in your hand for fusion materials, and I just feel like MST just does the same thing. You can go with MST, your Galaxy Cyclone, or whatever the hell you want, but with MST you can pop your own Gear Town, you can pop your own Spell and Trap, like Fortress, and just go plus off of it, you know? Two machine duplications, and this is for the Ancient Gear box and the Ancient Gear gadget. Again, I'll be going over some combos soon. I'm pretty sure you guys already could tell the combination between machine duplication and Ancient Gear box and the gadgets. One Foolish Burial goods. It's pretty good to send your Fortress your Ancient Gear Catapult and popping something and getting a token, which is a free Ancient Gear to go into like a fusion summon. And for the only trap in the deck, I'm running one Ancient Gear Reborn. It's a continuous call, the Haunted, essentially. So it's really not that bad. For the extra deck, I'm running three Ancient Gear Howitzer, unaffected by other card effects. Summon it once per turn, inflict 1,000, and if it is sent to the graveyard, if this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Ancient Gear monster from your deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. Now, this is the other way of getting Ancient Gear Golem from your deck and special summoning it out, but the thing is that it needs to be in the deck to special summon it out. And I mean, why would you want that when you can literally just have a free Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon that does basically the same thing, and it's just a lot easier to summon? For the main boss monster, honestly, like I said, this deck has multiple boss monsters. Ancient Gear Gear Giant. Requires 4 Ancient Gear, which is completely super easy to pull off in this deck. Ridiculously easy. That's kind of like the whole point. And cannot be special summoned any other way. Unaffected by spell and trap cards, which that by its own, it's already really good. Your opponent monster cannot activate their effects during the battle phase. That means anything that is destroyed or sent to the graveyard cannot be activated. This card can attack all your opponent's monsters, one each, and if this card attacks, inflict piercing damage. So it's just pretty good for OTKs or just for like complete stomps. For the rest, Diamond Dire, I recommend 2 in this deck just because it's really good. Allows you to activate your Ancient Gear Catapults because you have to control no monsters, and you can pop your own cards with Direwolf. The Utopia package, Utopia and Lightning, Castel, Gear Gigant, 2 Castels, I'm sorry, 101, 1 Crooked Cook is really good in this deck. Really recommend it. I personally haven't pulled it off yet, but I know the combo plays that you can do with Crooked Cook. And 1 Heavy Armored Train Iron Wolf. Basically allows you to attack directly, and when it is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can add a level 4 machine type from your deck to your hand. So pretty good. Now, for some of the main combos that I really wanted to go over this deck, and the reason why this version of the Ancient Gears is bugged on Devpro is this card right here, Ancient Gear Gadget. So let me just go over the effect real quick. The beginning effect really doesn't matter. It's the secondary effect. Once per turn, you can declare 1 gadget monster card name. Until the end phase, this card becomes that gadget's name. So basically the whole point of this is to call out either a silver gadget or a gold gadget, and it is 500 attack, and you target it with machine duplication, allowing you to either special summon out a silver gadget or a gold gadget. That's kind of like the main combo piece of the deck. It's pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like when I see it done live, or when I think about it done live, or even the play potential that I could do if Devpro wasn't bugged, it's ridiculous. Honestly, this gives us a free 3 monsters on the field with Ancient Gear Gadget, Gold Gadget, or Silver Gadget. Allows us to go into any rank 4 XYZs that we want to, or just more, fusion material for, Ancient Gear Chaos or Heart, Haltwise or whatever. Another way to basically get a free, basically free monsters on the board. Essentially, if you start off with Gear Town or Terraforming and Ancient Gear Catapults, or even Foolish Goods, the main combo is basically activate Gear Town, activate Ancient Gear Catapult, popping your Gear Town, allowing you to special summon a Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon, and you can either special summon out 2, or you can just special summon out Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon and a Ancient Gear Wyvern, search out Ancient Gear Box, which will allow you to search something else like a Ancient Gear Gadget or any Ancient Gear or any machine type monster that you need, and then just go for a fusion summon right there and then. Let's see, another way that you can do this, basically by honestly getting Ancient Gear Reactor Dragons clause, because the whole effect is basically when you tribute summon it with a ancient gear, you inflict piercing damage to your opponents, and when you tribute summon it with a gadget monster, you'll it can make a second attack during the battle phase. So, I mean, honestly, I don't really use this one that much because I just feel like it's a waste. Because I'd rather just get the monster for free, not really tribute summon it, but I guess you can do it, right? So if you have it in hand with the same exact combo that I just basically told you guys, either having a Gear Town and an Ancient Catapult, basically do the same thing. Activate Gear Town, activate Catapult, destroy Gear Town, special summon out an Ancient Gear Wyvern, and with Catapult, you special summon out a Ancient Gear Gadget, and then basically you already have two monsters on the field, an Ancient Gear and a Gadget, and then you can just tribute summon it for the Ancient Gear Reactor. Though I don't really do that because I just feel like that's just too much of a waste, but I mean, you can do it if you want to. So like I said, unfortunately, Devpro is bugged with machine duplication and Ancient Gear Gadget, so I can't really show you guys the replays that I want with this duel, with this deck, but let me know what you guys think about the deck profile, if any changes I should make. I'm going to be getting the cards sometime, probably next week, and then hopefully I can do some duel videos by then, or maybe I'll just come up with another variant, but right now I feel like the Gadget variant is the best variant. So hopefully you guys like, rate, comment, and subscribe. This has been Oblivion. Catch you guys later. Deuces.